This video will give you optimal lineups on DraftKings for Week 15 in the NFL, both for cash games and large tournaments. I'm Professor MJ and I teach statistics at a Canadian university. In case you've never seen him in previous videos, here's my puppy Cooper, a lovely golden retriever. The lineups presented here were obtained after running a program that finds the best lineups yielding maximum expected fantasy points. In other words, you'll have everything you need to crush your DFS opponents this weekend. So let's get started. First, let me show the optimal lineup for cash games, which are tournaments where you have roughly one chance out of two of making money. For example, in head-to-head matchups or double-ups. According to my program and my player projections, here is the top lineup who is projected to produce 146.7 fantasy points. At QB, we're taking Kyler Murray of the Cards in a must-win game against the Eagles, who may have a very depleted secondary after a rash of injuries last week. Our first running back is Ronald Jones of the Bucks, coming off a game where he handled most of the touches since Fournette was a healthy scratch. But Jones is hurt and questionable to play, so let's keep an eye on the situation. Our second running back, Dalvin Cook of the Vikings, facing a tough Bears defense, but Cook is a true beast. Our first wide receiver is Denzel Mims of the Jets, who are likely to trail for most of the game at the Rams, so they could end up throwing the ball often. Our second wide receiver is Brandon Ayuk of the 49ers, playing at the Cowboys, who have a suspect defense. Our third wide receiver, Christian Kirk of the Cards, so hopefully he can connect often with our QB, Kyler Murray. At tight end, we're taking Dallas Goedert of the Eagles, playing at the Cards, so we are hoping for a shootout in this game since we have 3 players involved. Our flex player is T.Y. Hilton of the Colts, hosting the Texans, who are very awful defensively, but they can score points on offense, so that can make up for a good shootout. Our defense is the Rams, hosting possibly the worst offense in the NFL, the New York Jets. Let's move on to talk about good lineups for large tournaments, also called GPPs. The way I usually proceed is I start by selecting a good QB wide receiver tandem from the same team. Then I pick players at other positions which bring a good bang for my buck, based on their projected points per dollar. This week, here are 2 good QB and wide receiver combos that can form the basis of your GPP lineups in Week 15. Jared Goff and Robert Woods of the Rams, and Philip Rivers and T.Y. Hilton from the Colts. Starting from these duos, I can recommend the following GPP lineups. The first one is the same as the cash game lineup shown previously, but with 3 changes. Obviously, we're picking Jared Goff and Robert Woods, since they are the foundation of this lineup. They are replacing Kyler Murray and Brandon Ayuk. The final and third change occurs at the wide receiver position, where we are going with CeeDee Lamb instead of Christian Kirk. Here is my second recommended GPP lineup for Week 15. Compared with the optimal cash game lineup, we are only making 2 changes. At QB, instead of Kyler Murray, we are going with Philip Rivers, since he and Hilton represent the basis of this lineup, as I said previously. Then we are replacing Denzel Mims with CeeDee Lamb from the Cowboys at wide receiver. Now an important note. I prefer the second lineup over the first. Why? Well, first of all, many people are expected to grab Goff and Woods since they are facing the weak Jets pass defense. In GPPs, it is preferable to go with players who are not sexy picks if you wish to have a shot at the big prizes. Secondly, I do not like the fact that we have the Rams defense as well as Denzel Mims, who is playing against them. For these reasons, GPP lineup number 2 seems the best alternative to me. A very important message before I let you go. Injury news play a huge role when setting up lineups in daily fantasy sports. I'm making this video on Tuesday, so there will be plenty of injury updates until kickoff. Therefore, the optimal lineups are subject to change quite a bit until Sunday. For this reason, I'm offering to sign up to my exclusive DFS mailing list so that I can send you directly in your mailbox up-to-date optimal lineups on Sunday morning. And this is 100% free, so it doesn't get any better than this. Last week's final lineup did very well, so simply follow the link in the comment section below to be part of our great DFS community. This is Professor MJ, the stats prof with the French accent. Don't forget to join this great mailing list and I'll send you winning lineups this upcoming Sunday.